Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time for another Shop My Stash. These are the products I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks, and I chose out some things that I haven't used in a long time, like a year or longer. And I picked out some stuff that was new to me at one time that I didn't really give it a chance. And I picked out some things that are on the chopping block. So a little mix of things. And of course I picked a couple things I already know I like that I haven't used in a long time, because a lot of this stuff I feel, I don't know about. So let's start with primer and powder. I picked out the Beauty Crop Melon Jelly Dewy Primer XXL. I got this, I think, in an Allure Beauty box, and I had been using it for a little while. So far, it's fine as like a nice little hydrating primer. It's not sticky, glossy, dewy, juicy, nothing. It just kind of disappears into the skin. But I'm going to give it another shot because I hadn't used it in a little bit. And then this is actually something I completely forgot I even had, this loose powder from Believe Beauty. This is their Matte Blur Loose Powder in the shade Translucent. And I even opened it because I was like, have I even used this? And I guess I have. It's open, but I don't even remember it. So pulled out that powder. And then for a setting spray, or like maybe it'll be like a primer spray, because I don't know about this one as a setting spray, but it's the Revlon Rose Glow Mist. So I picked out the Rose Glow face gloss a couple of Shop My Stashes ago, and I fell in love with it. So I kind of want to use this one again and get reacquainted with it. Maybe I'll fall in love with it. It does have like some oil in it, like you have to shake it up before using it. That's why I'm kind of like, is it gonna work as a setting spray? Let me see the sprayer. Ooh, it's super fine. You know what? That might work as a setting spray. Smells nice too. So yeah, I picked this out. Hopefully I like it. For bronzer and blush, I picked out two old favorites. The Sweethearts bronzer from Too Faced. This is in the shade Sweet Tea. Do they make these anymore? These like big giant ones? I love this bronzer a lot. One of my favorites. So I wanted to have something in here I loved, but I haven't used it in a long time. And then this is the Perfect Flush blush in the shade Candy Glow. Look at that. Look at that Barbie pink. Oh, I used to love this. Like I can see a tiny little dip in it. It has 3 different colors in here. There's like a hot pink up here and then a little corally color, and in the middle it looks like it's, I don't know, or is that the coral color? Either way, it's real cool and glowy, and I love it, and I can't wait to use it because I haven't used those in a long time. I picked out 3 foundations. I picked out the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. Haven't used this in a little bit, and I don't know, I just want to give it another shot. And I picked out the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I haven't used this in a long time. Like I had to open it and make sure it still smelled good and everything. So I picked out this, and then the Dermablend Flawless Creator Multi-Use Liquid Pigments. When I first got this has been like 2 years now, 2 or 3 years now that I've had this. I don't think I ever talk about it in videos. I don't think I ever did, like ever mention that I even had this. So I have used this as a regular foundation. It is full coverage, like full coverage, but it looks great on the skin. But I didn't know that you're not supposed to use it like that. I mean, you could do whatever you want with your makeup, but these are multi-use liquid pigments. So you're supposed to kind of add them to stuff to amp up the coverage on something else, maybe change the color. So I thought this would work really well, or I would try to mix this in with these other 2 lighter coverage things, especially the Glossier one, and we'll just see how it goes. And these all 3 are on the chopping block, so we shall see. And well, these 2 are really, really old, so if I don't end up liking them that much like I used to, I might just get rid of them. The shades are not perfect for me, but they're like beyond expired, so if they don't work out, I'm just gonna get rid of them. And then the Glossier one is fairly new to me, so if I don't like it this time around, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to like give you reviews or something. All right. Oh, I picked up this too, the Hollywood Flawless Filter thing from Charlotte Tilbury. I actually forgot I had this. This is the little mini. I have this in the shade Fair. And this is supposed to be like something you put on under your foundation that kind of adds just like a glowy kind of thing to it. I don't know. I don't know if it was just the color that wasn't right for me, but I don't remember. I don't know. I was just going to say I don't remember being blown away by it, but I honestly don't even remember it. So gonna use that for the next 2 weeks. For highlighter, I picked out two chopping block highlighters here. The Makeup by Mario Soft Glow Highlighter in the shade Pearl. This is one of those things, I don't know why I bought this. I don't remember ever really like being that into wanting to buy one of these, or did someone show one in a video that made me buy this? I'm feeling like I was influenced to buy this. And I don't know if I really like it, but now that I'm looking at it, you know what it looks like to me? The Kaja one. Those look so similar, don't they? Kinda? I don't know. We shall see. I will use it for the next 2 weeks. Is that this that I'm smelling? What am I smelling? Is it that? I smell like a weird paint smell for some reason. Anyway, I also picked out the Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Halo Effect. So the Fantasymakers line from Wet n Wild usually only comes out for Halloween, like it's always a Halloween release, but they put it out one time in the middle of the summer. I think it was last year. It was either last year or the year before, and it was really weird because it was like the Fantasymakers is in the middle of summer, which is strange. So I bought this, and it looks like I've used it one time. Yeah, this could have disappeared. I wouldn't even know that I had this or was missing it, so gonna use this, but it's definitely on the chopping block. Mascara, I pulled out the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. I feel like I've tried this in a mini, and I don't remember especially liking it, but I got this full size. Why did I have this full size? It came for some reason, it was in something. I don't remember buying it. It was either a free gift with purchase or it was in a gift set, something like that. Oh, I remember. It was like a Sephora favorites set of like hair care, or was it black owned brands, I think? I think it was black owned brands. So that's where this mascara came from, because I was like, I know I didn't buy that, but I just remember it being really flaky and it transferred a lot. So I kind of wish I hadn't opened it just now because I could have just given it away, but it's already open. I'll try it out. We shall see. And then two palettes on the chopping block. This is one I feel so weird about. It's from Lunar Beauty, and it's the Greek Goddess palette because it just looks pretty. Like, look how pretty it looks. The color selection is really pretty. And I remember using this probably 2 or 3 times, and I found it so difficult. It was so difficult to blend this palette. The colors didn't work well together, but it would just like stick and streak and just wouldn't move. It just was a really, really challenging palette for me to use, but I haven't used it in a long time, like well over a year. I don't know, maybe my skills have improved. I don't know, maybe primer will help it out, but this is definitely on the chopping block. So if I don't love it, I will let it go. And then another palette on the chopping block that I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks is from Zoeva, and it's the Sweet Glamour eyeshadow palette. They had a bunch of stuff from Zoeva at Ross one time. We must have just got them right when they were stocking, because I've never seen Ross full like that. It's usually like, the Ross is usually in too big of a building and they have too little inventory, so it just looks weird. But that day they were packed and they had a ton of Zoeva, so I bought a bunch of stuff. And I picked out this. I mean, look how pastel this is. There's nothing wrong with pastels, but when I used this, it looks like I've only used those 2 shades so far. I remember them being very lackluster and I didn't really enjoy them. So I'm gonna use this for the next 2 weeks and we shall see, but I feel like it's one that I'm already kind of feeling like I'm gonna let go of. But who knows, maybe I'll fall in love with pastels the next 2 weeks, I don't know. Anyway, that is it. Those are all the products I'm gonna be using for the next 2 weeks. Let me know if you've tried any of these, what your experience has been. I would love to know. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Why am I trying to say it so fast? If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.